Hi, it's Linda with iCrafter, here to share an Easter egg scavenger hunt project to entertain children using my zip gift tag die. Let's check it out. The idea behind this project came from something I remember from my childhood, where my sister and I used to write all these notes and hide them, and each note would tell you to go look at the next location. So it became kind of in a sense, the beginning of our Easter egg hunt idea. So this project uses my zip gift tag die, some white cardstock. I trimmed that down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Some little bit of pink cardstock, some washi tape in springtime colors, some thin red tape, scissors, and a little bit of very thin ribbon to top off the tags. So let's get started. All I did here was take some washi tape in springtime colors and lay it at a diagonal across a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of white cardstock. Nothing fancy, just at an angle. You just want to cover enough space so that when you lay your zip gift tag die on top of it, that you cover the corners. And then this is the zip part, and it says top over here, so you just want to drop it in right there and then run it through your die cutting machine. Simple as that. You could even have your children help put the washi tape on it and make it really colorful, whatever way they want to do it, just like you would decorate an Easter egg. I just ran through my die cutting machine, and I wanted to show, and I'm going to try to get this up close so you can see this area where the zip gift tag part is. So I'll even show you on the back side. It's just like a zip opening for packaging, but now it's on your tag. So what we're going to do now is cut some blank white ones, say with the die, but without the zip part. So what you're going to have is just a regular blank tag, and that will be great because that will be the back side of the tag. I used the same die without the zip insert, and I cut just a plain white tag. What we're going to do is when they work together, we're going to be able to have something that you could zip open, and once it's sealed together, you could have little notes inside. Next, cut some strips of, I did colored cardstock. I think it's just easier for the child to find. It's 3 3/4 inches long by 1/2 inch tall. And on it, I wrote things where they can go hunt and look for the next note or the next Easter tag. Now, this all depends on the age and abilities of your child. So if they can read, this is what I would recommend doing. And you might toss in a few things like learning their colors and under and behind. So some of the words to help them learn. You could print these out if that's easier for them to read. But another thing, if your child can't read yet and you still want to do this, this is the fun part, is that these tags fit an Instax photo. So you can take a picture of something that you're going to hide the next Easter tag under. So you could just show a picture of bananas so the child knows to go find the bananas, and the note or the tag might be sticking out in between the bananas. So that's a really fun thing to do and something to remember if your child isn't old enough to read yet. So just kind of a variation for the children. So next we're going to add these pieces inside the tag. Okay, so let me set that aside for now. And what I did was I already applied some strong red tape to this. I'm going to take my iClick pick and remove the backing on all of this red tape. And you'll notice I use very, very thin red tape along just the edges, because what you want to be able to do is, if you're going to use the Instax photo, you're going to need to have it right along the edge there. I don't know if I keep pulling up the adhesive part there. I am. So I'm going to go this way. So that is why I recommend putting it way on the edge because then the photo will fit inside. If your child's old enough just to read the notes, then you don't have to be so exact as to putting these tags or putting the adhesive along the edge. And you also don't want to add any adhesive over right in this area where the zip opens, because then you won't be able to open it with the zip. So it's along pretty much around the whole outer edge except for over the zip part. And now we're ready. So you could make sure you turn, if you're using a picture, you turn it so it's facing towards the front of the tag and set it in there like that. If you're going to use one of these, the words, you'll see that it's longer than, you want to, again, face it towards the front, and it may move about a little bit, but you could also fold a little bit there so they'll have something to grab when they're opening it. And I would just do it like that. And I guess the other way to do it was to set it this way and set the tag on top like that. And you want to make sure not to stick the little note onto the adhesive part. So there we have our Easter tag. If you want, and here's another idea that you could do, is around these corners, so then it really looks little, it looks like an Easter egg. So then what the child does, zip it open, there's the note, and they could just, well, pull it out, and it tells them what to do. Look in the red flower pot. And then they'll run off and go find the next tag, which will have the next note, and keep going. The thing to remember too is you need to mark the very last tag, the one that sends them to where the prize is, because if you forget that, they're off into the wrong direction. So maybe on the back put a little X, so you, once you seal everything up, you know that the prize or the gift or the candy or whatever they're looking for is, this is the last tag. So if in this case, if the gift is behind the red flower pot, you would want to make sure before you seal it up, put a little X down there so that you know that that's the last tag, and that's the one you want to have them find at the very end to find the prize. So I hope you enjoy that. Thanks for watching. Love keeping the kids entertained. Be sure and subscribe below, and happy crafting. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.